we would make some of these. Just kind of going to give a preview of how to make some of these. This is my perpetual calendar. We're gonna, and this one is from the 1st of September, and it is a multiple of 5 stitches plus 2. Now, I already played with this earlier. It really isn't all that difficult. Um, you're going to start with a chain of multiple of 5 stitches plus 2. So I started a multiple of 5, which is 20. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Plus 2. 1, 2. And by the way, I'm using Red Heart Super Saver in the color Saffron. And it asks for a US I-9 hook. So that's what I'm using. So I-9. There you go. I-9. 5.5 millimeter. And you're going to single crochet in the second chain from the hook. And then you're going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you're going to skip 4 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4. And in this 5th chain, you're going to put a single crochet. Then we're going to repeat 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And in the 5th, put a single crochet. Chain 5. 5. Skip 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 in the 5th. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to put a single right here on the end. And then for row 2, you're going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to skip this single crochet. And now we're going to be working in these spaces. And we're going to put a treble crochet. Then you're going to put a double crochet. Now you're going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is where we're going to make the picot. You're going to put a single crochet into that bottom of that chain 4. And then we're going to put a double. Then a triple. And we're going to chain 2. And then we're going to repeat this pattern. You're going to put a triple crochet, which means you're going to, in a double, you would just wrap it around once, whereas in a triple, you're going to wrap it around twice before going in. So there's 1, 2, 3. That's why it's called a triple. And then we're doing the double. Then you're going to do the picot. So you're chain 4, 2, 3, 4. Put a single right there. Then you're going to do a double, then a triple, chain two. We got two more holes to fill in, so we're going to be doing that triple, then a double, then we're going to make our picot, then a double, then the triple, chain two, and the last one. You're going to start with that triple again, then the double, then a little picot. Roscoe Picot train. Remember that in the Dixie Hazard? Then a double. Then the triple. Oh. And we're going to have to go down here to this last one, and it says for us to chain one and to treble in the last single crochet. This last single crochet, we're going to put a triple crochet. Okay. Now it says to chain one and we're going to single crochet in this treble, gotta get some more yarn. I hope you all are doing well tonight. Then we're going to, okay, single in the first treble, skip the chain, chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to skip all of this, and then we're going to single crochet in this chain 2 space. Chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to skip over all of this and come over here to the chain 2 space and put in a single. Chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to skip all of this again, and in this chain 2 space you're going to put a single. Chain 5, skip all that, you're going to put a single here at the end. And then it says repeat rows 2 and 3 for the pattern. So then you'll go back and you're going to make all of this over here in these spaces is where you're going to make the pattern. So that was pretty easy for the multiple of 5 stitches plus 2. That one was pretty easy. Now, um, let's do, now I'm going to frog all that. Actually, you know what? I'm going to save that for a minute. Let me get another yarn. Let's use some pink this time. This one is going to be for September the 5th, which is a multiple of 10 stitches plus 2. I just want to do a couple of them here on here, just to kind of give you a preview of what it's going to be like. Hope all of you are had a blessed Sunday and a wonderful weekend. So we're going to start with, this is a multiple of 10 stitches plus 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and then plus 2. So 1, 2. Okay. Single crochet in the second chain from the hook. Single in each of the next 2 chains. Now we're going to single again in the next 2. So in this one, in this one, then it says to chain 9. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Skip 5 chains. So we're going to skip 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to single crochet in the next 2. 1, 2. Chain 1. Skip 1 chain. Skip 1 chain and then single crochet in the next 2. 1, 2. Okay, wait a minute. I'm sorry, I messed up somewhere. Okay, here's our chain 9. And chain 9, skip 5, single crochet in the next 2. Okay, so 1, 2. chain one, skip one chain, and then single crochet in the next two chains. Okay, so I did do that right. So we're skipping one and single crocheting in the next two. Okay, so I did do that right. It just didn't look right to me. Okay. And then we're chaining 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Skip 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And putting a single crochet there. And a single crochet in the last two. Yes. Ooh. Okay, and there's that much. Kind of looks like a little bow. Kind of like a little bow or like a mask almost. Okay, row 2. That was row 1. So now we're on row 2. We're going to chain 1, single crochet in the first single crochet. Okay. Then we're going to skip 2 singles. And then we're going to make a shell. So we're going to fill this space up with a shell. And the shell is 10 double crochets in the space. So right here in this space, we're going to put 10 double crochets. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sorry, I gotta keep getting more. 8, 9, and 10. Okay, there are 10 double crochets. Skip two singles and single crochet in the chain 1 space. Right there, we're going to put a chain 1 or a single right there. And then okay. And then we're going to put doubles. We're going to skip the 2. And so we're going to put the doubles, the 10 doubles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then the singles. And it with the singles. There's after 2 rows. Now we're in row 3. Chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Double crochet in the first single. Chain 3. Skip 4 doubles. Okay, so we're going to skip 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to put a single crochet here, and then a picot. And a picot is a chain 3. 1, 2, 3, and then you're going to slip stitch right there. And then single on the next double. And then chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to skip all this. And then down here we're going to put a two double crochet puff and then in the next single. So I think that's a puff. They didn't put the instructions how to do puff, but I think I'm not sure if I did that puff right, but it's something like that, I think. Or let me think. Nope. I'm gonna do like this. Okay, there's a double. There's the double. No. Sorry, my brain is having a brain fart for some reason. I think that's what they're asking for. Okay. Then chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And then we skip 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And in the 5th, you're going to put that single crochet. And then your picot. And a single crochet. Chain 3. And then you're going to put another puff stitch. So it'll look something like that. The little picots. That's not too bad. That was for September the 5th. Ooh, there's a lot of picots on the 8th. No, I'm just going to do that many picots. Lots of picots. Let's see. Now September 11 had a multiple of 11 stitches plus 2. This one uses a V-stitch, a picot, and a shell. Set this one aside. And get another yarn. Oh, my body doesn't like to move. All right. This is some dollar store yarn, Dollar Tree yarn. I pulled quite a bit off because we're going to need, because it's a multiple of 11 plus 2. Let's see. Let's do 22 plus 2, which is 24. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's the first 7, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, plus 2. So 2 more. Double crochet in the 4th chain from the hook. So 1, 2, 3, and the 4th chain from the hook. We're putting a double. Double crochet in the next chain. Chain 2. Skip 3 chains. So we're going to skip 1, 2, 3, and in this 4th one, we're putting a V-stitch. And a V-stitch is a double, chain 1, and a double. So we got a double, chain 1, and another double in that same chain. That makes our V-stitch. Okay, chain 2, 1, 2, skip 3 chains. So 1, 2, 3, and in this 4th one, we're going to double crochet in each of the next 4 chains. So right here, we're going to do 4 of them in a row. 1, 2, there we go, 2, 3, 4, repeat from star. Double crochet in the next. Okay, so we're actually doing 5. Cool, because we're supposed to repeat from the star. Chain 2, skip 3, and in the 4th, putting a V-stitch. Chain 1, and a V-stitch. Well, V-stitch is a double, chain 1 and a double, I'm sorry. Chain 2, and Okay. Chain, okay, we did our multiple 11 stitches plus 2. Double crochet the 4th chain from the hook. Double crochet in the next chain. Chain 2, skip 3 chains, V-stitch in the next chain. Chain 2, skip 3 chains, double crochet in the next 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And repeat from start. So double crochet in the next chain. So we got 5 in a row. Chain 2, skip 3 chains, V-stitch, next chain, chain 2, skip 3 chains, then double crochet in the next 4. I'm not going to have enough. If I skip these 3, I'm not going to have enough for the rest. I need a longer chain for this one. Anyway, row 3, you're going to chain 3, skip the first double, double in the next double, chain 2, skip the 2 double, picot double, V-stitch in the next chain 1 space, chain 2, skip the double, picot double, 2 doubles, and then you're going to double crochet in each of the next 3 doubles and repeat from start across, ending the final repeat. Double crochet in the next double, double in the third of top of the chain. But here's what that one will look like for September the 11th. Whoops, for September the 11th. That one got slightly confusing. Well, I just ran out of space. What happened there? But we tried that one. Didn't do very well, but we tried. But I just thought I would give you an idea what it's going to be like next year when I start showing how to do a few stitches. Just to kind of give you a rough idea. Of course, that's why it gives me time to play with the stitches and get a better feel for them. Yep. There are some interesting stitches coming up, folks. And like I said, each month you're doing something different. And then November. What's November? I told you what October was. What's November? Yep. November is going to be color work and dropped stitches. And then in December, going to be edgings or borders. Now that's going to be fun. So we can learn some new edgings and borders to put on blankets or whatever you want to put the edgings on. And of course, we'll still be learning how to do, you know, you guys are probably going, ah, she turned me around. She turned me around. We're still going to be learning how to do stitches in here. And we're still going to be doing these grannies. We're still going to have our daily devotions, of course. And they always end with the prayer square. You always read the prayer that goes with the prayer square at the end of our devotions. I'm going to move you again. Now, here I am. Now you get to see me. Hello, world. Hope you guys are having a good day and that you enjoyed. Sorry, trying to fuss with the camera here. Hope you enjoyed learning a little bit of how to do a couple of little stitches. I know that was a little different for you. Big shout out to Critters Crochet Teresa, who last week helped me get to 502. But you know how YouTube fluctuates. So this morning I was back down to 499. But go to Critters Crochet Teresa, help her to get to 2,000 because she's trying to reach to 2,000 subscribers. So go subscribe to her and like, comment, and share all of her stuff. And also a shout out to Lori Stories and Crochet because she was giving shout outs to people for shout out Saturday and a shout out Sunday, and she did it for today, for Sunday. And these are the ones that she gave shout outs to go for people to go watch. Aloha Crochet with Naomi, Crochet Therapy, Camille Creations, Armchair Chef Lori. That's a different Lori, but Armchair Chef, and she has a bunch of things going on with hers. Camille Creations sometimes put out challenges too, but I know Armchair Chef has a lot of different challenges right now. And I don't know how to say this one. This one is ZELDANRJ3. There's also Infinitely Zero. Nate Owl Makes. Yarn Over Hook Social. Yarn Geek. And It's Raining Yarn. Go like, comment, share, subscribe to all of them as well. But make sure you say big hello to Critters Crochet Teresa and tell her thank you for me, and to make sure she gets up to 2,000. Help her out. And get Lori Stories and Crochet. Also give her a shout out because she was nice enough to shout me out in her shout out Sunday today on her video. So please go subscribe to her as well, because they were both very nice to give me a shout out, so I'm giving them shout outs in return. Yes, I have a different shirt on. I went to go see Avenue Q. I went to go see a play today called Avenue Q. It's definitely very adult. Very adult. It is not for kids at all. But that's a whole nother thing. But we will still be doing the devotions. After watching this, you need some devotions. We're gonna like I said, we'll still have tutorials on stitches. We have tutorials on the squares, and we will have tutorials on the motifs, because you can, as you can see, you can make the motifs into a blanket or a scarf. You can make a sweater. I think there actually is, I mean, besides the motifs, like this one is called Puddles Gather Rain. There is, like this one is called Yours Truly. Here's a spring octagon. This one's called Ocean's Tide. See, you can, I mean, Brilliant Starburst. So yeah, you can, you could put, I love how in this book, it will tell you, like here's the polka dot one, and then it tells you other shapes that goes with it to that complement it. Because it was just a really, really awesome thing to do. That was, I mean, that I've never seen any book do that. That was a really brilliant, brilliant idea. Um, oh, and to go along with the devotions, always give. Anytime you're hearing them, and it reminds you of another verse, put that in the comments because, and I'm a little bit behind on it, but I did have to make a booklet because there were so many. I originally was writing them down on little slips of paper, and I was like, okay, I have too many slips of paper, so I just wrote them down on sheets of paper, and I'm all the way over here on this third sheet of paper. And so I'm going to have to write some more, and I'm going to read some more scriptures to you guys. I really enjoy doing that for you. Because it's one thing to just see the scripture, and another thing to actually hear them read. And a lot of times, when the person leaves the scriptures, they go with the story that, or the devotions that I was reading at the time. So, yeah. And then sometimes I explain what's going on for the text when I read the scripture. So that helps you figure out what's going on. Um, and be kind always. Be kind to everybody. Help out everybody. As you can see, I love when people shout me out. I like to shout them out in return. Um, give likes, comments, shares, subscribe to anybody and everybody out there in the YouTube world. Like me, unless I saw I was at 499, so I'm hoping to get back up to 500 or over 500 again and keep the numbers up. Because even if I get 500 subscribers, I still need watch hours. I need a ton of watch hours. So go back and rewatch my videos in their entirety, because YouTube likes it when you watch the videos in their entirety, instead of just like halfway through and stopping or whatever. It prefers you to watch them all the way through. Um, that's how YouTube counts them. um, and I'm very much in the moment because sometimes when I'm reading the devotions to you, my dog Oliver likes to come in and say hi. And sometimes you might hear noises in the background, like traffic or people, because sometimes I do like to go outside and read the devotions. So, whatever happens, happens. um, but that's me. There's nothing. I try not to be fake at all. I try to be very honest with you guys and explain everything as best to my ability as possible. Um, but I hope all of you are had a good week and a very good weekend. I have lots of, like I said, my live I had earlier. I was working on several different blankets, and I just made a hat, and I'm working on a matching vest from 1970. Um, I'm working on a blanket for a coworker. I just have all kinds of things in the works. Like I said in my live earlier, if you want to learn anything about them, go watch Go watch the live I did earlier. Go rewatch the replay I did earlier. Um, I do everything on my phone. Occasionally, there's been a couple times I did it on my computer, but my computer doesn't always want to cooperate. My laptop doesn't always want to cooperate. So that's why everything is done on my phone. That's why when I see the live, I'm always vertical instead of horizontal. One of these days, I'm going to figure out, and I had to, I think I almost did it once or twice, where I have to use my laptop and I think I have to use my phone at the same time to do, so there's a camera on me and then there's a camera over my hand at the same time. So that way you can see me crochet while I'm talking to you like this. I'm still trying to figure that how to do that out because I'm still pretty new at this. I've only been doing this for like a year, so I'm still trying to learn all the nuances of YouTube and camera working and all that kind of fun stuff. I'm still learning at that. um, but like I said, anything else I can think of? Making another sweater for myself. Because I finished one at the beginning of this year, but there is a second one that I'm working on, and it's comes from another book. One of the blankets I'm working on is coming from a book, and actually, there's two blankets in this room that are each coming from different books. One of the blankets I am currently making, I'm actually frogging one blanket and using the yarn from that blanket to make another blanket because I was getting bored with the first one. You ever get bored with a blanket, or you're just like, no, this is not turning out the way I wanted it, turning out the way I thought it would, and you just kind of frog it, and you're like, okay, I'm just going to use that yarn somewhere else. Well, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. Reduce, reuse, recycle, that kind of thing. No, it's not quite like that, but kind of like that. And oh, I very much like to go thrift shopping, and sometimes I can find usually I find a lot of yarns, and sometimes I don't. And or if I find yarn, it's yarn that I don't use, that I don't generally buy for myself. I don't like it's too thin, or it's just not the kind of yarn I have, so that I generally work with. So I just leave it for somebody else usually. Um, but yeah, I try to find yarn when I can, because like I said, some thrift stores will have a lot of yarn and some won't have anything. Sometimes they're yarn deserts because when you're getting yarn from a thrift store, it's because somebody else donated it. And sometimes you can find a lot of yarn and sometimes you can't. It just depends on what's being donated and what kind of yarn you like to work with. Or if you're like somebody who likes to make doilies, then you like to use crochet thread. And sometimes I have over here on the bookshelf, there are some crochet thread I have yet to use to make something with. Um, so that's another thing I got on my list. Although technically I kind of did because I did it twice, two different times. Like there's this one yarn that kind of, I think they call it like chain yarn or chain link yarn or something like that. I forget what they officially call it. But I decided to kind of come up with my own way of doing it, where I took the crochet thread and put like 3 strands together and just made like a really long chain, and then I caked it up. So that's this one. And before I did this one, I did this one where I used red and blue and like a yellow, and I made that one. I think it's really kind of patriotic looking because the yellow almost looks white in this camera, but it's actually red, blue, and yellow. And what's neat about this one is a long time after I found this yarn. This is actual yarn, multi-yarn, and it looks so similar to this. One day, I think I'm going to put these two together to make a small project. Hi, Callie. You're working on a skull blanket. I bet you that you're probably making that for Halloween, because Halloween I know is definitely around the bend. And a lot of people are making it for fall, making ghosts and bats and pumpkins and leaves and all that kind of fun stuff, and that's cool. So, um, with that, um, if you missed everything I showed earlier, I showed you how to do like three different stitches. They were like multiples of something plus something. Most of them were like plus two. Um, just to give you an idea of what it's going to be like for next year. Uh, but like I said, we're still going to be. I wanted to give one more last shout out to in my paper to Lori Stories and Crochet. Go watch her because she gave me a shout out today on her video because she was doing a yesterday. She did a shout out Saturday and she did a nice list of people, and then today she did me and two other people as a shout out. So she did a shout out Saturday and a shout out Sunday, and that's amazing for a content creator to give other people shout outs. That's super cool. And so I'm giving her a shout out in return. And then Critters Crochet Teresa, also giving her a big shout out because last week on her live she helped me get up to 502, and then because of the way YouTube goes up and down like a yo-yo, this morning I was down to 499 again. So but she Critters Crochet is trying to get up to 2,000. So go like, comment, share, subscribe to her, and watch all of her videos because she's trying to get to 2,000 subscribers. And she's been working on this blanket, you guys. Critters Crochet, when she gets to 2,000, she's been making this blanket every time she gets 5 more people, she adds another row to this blanket. And then when she's done with it, she's going to put a border on it, and she's going to be giving it to somebody. So go watch her and go subscribe to her so she can get this blanket done and off to somebody. She's trying to reach 2,000 subscribers, you guys. I'm just worried about my 500 and staying at 500 and going on from there, because after 500 the next number is 1,000. So, but I'm happy with getting the first 500 and staying at 500. I'm getting past that 500 and staying past that 500. But I'm working on it a little bit at a time, just like anybody else who's first starting out. So, but I want to wish all of you a very blessed Sunday, and I hope you had a very good, very wonderful weekend, and that you had Super Saturday yesterday. Tomorrow is Monday. It's the beginning of another work week, so I hope tomorrow's a marvelous Monday and a terrific Tuesday and either a wacky Wednesday or a wonderful Wednesday. Then have a thankful Thursday and a fantastic Friday. Because next weekend I have to work, because I work every other weekend. But if you work every other weekend, you know what that's like. So with that, again, I'm going to end it with the prayer square. And after seeing our new cue today, we all need this prayer. This small swatch of yarn has been woven with prayers. As you hold this swatch in your hand, may you feel God's strength, love, and peace flow, and know that He holds you in His hands. May God bless and comfort you in your time of need and give you peace. Amen. Love y'all. Bye.